Good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Happy Monday to you all. I am Coach Williams, Cassandra Williams of Cassandra Williams Enterprise, your life tactician and the founder of Wise Wives Build. And we are here for Momentum Monday. This is the day that I come out, give you that little shot in the arm, give you that boost, give you that piece of encouragement to start this week strong and end even stronger. And so we're going to jump right into our conversation. Still talking about goals on today, right? So let me just bring you up to speed. If you this is your first time, hearing me, if you got here by a tag, a share, or an invite, welcome to Momentum Monday. If you've been with us, then I'm just gonna bring you, just give you a little bit of, you know, backstory of what we're talking about. So we've been talking about goals all of January, and goals are those things, the end toward which effort is directed. Show direction. So those things that we are working towards in 2025, sometimes we call them resolutions and all of those things, but it should be a goal, and goals should have um, real goals should have parameters around them which can be measured. So they should be, you should say, I'm going to read 8 books by December 31st at 11:59. That's a real goal, right? Because you can count how many books do you have. So if you're in November, you've only read 2. To really reach your goal, you got to read 10 books, right? So, and then, when you have certain goals, there are times you have to make certain expectations, certain, you have expectations, and then you have to make alterations, right? Because listen, our goals should be sustainable. It's something that you should be able to live with long term, okay? Um, then we talked about hope deferred makes the heart sick when it is long term, right? Because sometimes things you got to wait on, y'all. Some things it might take a minute, and you have to be willing to wait on it, right? When we talk about Noah, we oftentimes talk about the ark. Noah building an ark. But when Noah built that ark, I did a little research last week, and it was like 55 to 75 years. So here's a man that's building something no one has ever seen to for something no one has ever seen. So he was building an ark because it had never rained, right? And he was on public display. How do you build a whole ark that's going to house 2 of every animal plus your family, and nobody can see it, right? And so he was telling the people, it's going to rain, it's going to rain, it's going to rain, it's going to rain, it's going to rain. And nobody believed him except his family. But guess what? It did rain, right? So sometimes you're on public display and it can get frustrating, right? And so today I have a question for you. What if, instead of you being able to tell everybody, what if this is your story? I couldn't tell nobody. What if God tells you, don't tell nobody? In Luke chapter 5, verse 14, there was a man that was healed of leprosy. And when he was healed of leprosy, Jesus told him, he said, don't tell nobody. Just go show yourself to the priest, right? And so in this particular case, remember Rahab, the harlot, right? When the children of Israel came in, they told her, your family has to be in your house, put a scarlet thread in the window. Don't tell nobody. Because if you tell anybody, then guess what? All bets are off. Basically, they were like, you'll have the same results as everybody else. We're going to kill you and your family as well. But she couldn't tell anybody. She had to get grandmama, she had to get everybody to come into her house, right? And so when I say don't tell nobody, that doesn't mean you can't have your um that doesn't mean you don't have your mentor. It doesn't mean you don't have your coach. It doesn't mean you can't tell your pastor. But here's the thing. Everything. Good morning, Stephen. Thanks for being here. It doesn't mean that everything is for public consumption. Everything is not for you to get likes. It's everything is not to be publicly displayed, right? Some things you're gonna have to move behind the scenes, right? God may give you an instruction, and they may have to see it when it once it manifests. They may not be able to walk out this whole thing. Stop trying to convince people to believe in your dreams. Just keep showing up for it every day. Keep being obedient to God every single day and watch Him work. Watch Him do what needs to be done, right? Because if He's called you to it, guess what? He's going to bring you through it every step of the way, no matter how long it takes. There have been things I had to wait, y'all. Listen, I've had to wait about 20 years for. Some things 26, 30, 50 years, right? But it was worth the wait. I can tell you that. It was worth the wait. It was worth every tear. It was worth the elevation that's needed to take place. It was worth what God needed to do inside of me to get me prepared to be able to receive that thing. Because listen, I don't want you to just get it. I want you to be able to keep it. I want you to be able to rest, rule, and abide in it. I want you to be able to maintain it. I want your goals to be sustainable. And so sometimes you've got to be able to keep a secret. You got to know that this is just for me. This is just for my family. This is you. It can't be. You can't just be giving it all to everybody. Some things you got to keep close to the chest, right? And so this is our affirmation for today. We don't stay here long. We just come in, do what we need to do. Our affirmation is for today is this, right? It is, I can keep a secret. I am trustworthy. Repeat that after you repeat that. Really search yourself. I can keep a secret. Can God trust you in 2025? Can God trust you during these perilous times to tell you certain secrets and certain things that He's doing and He's giving you instruction? Can He trust you to keep His secret and you not have to tell everybody? Growing up in school, and even now as a coach, that was one of the things people would say. They were like, she's trustworthy, because people would tell me their deepest, darkest secrets, and I never told a soul. It was their story, their business to tell. It wasn't mine. My job was to be there to support my friend, to be a listening ear. Can you keep a secret, or do you have to live it out on public display? Because we want to live out everything. Well, not everything, but a lot of people, you don't want people to see you fall, but you want to live everything else out on public display. What if you're not prepared yet for the lights, camera, the action? What do I mean? That you're so busy trying to make a name for yourself that you can't even handle the accountability and the responsibility that comes along with that. A lot of things are going on in the world right now, and people are looking for a savior. And guess what? There's one. I can share that secret with you. There is one, and he doesn't live in a White House. The Savior is the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. His name is Jesus, right? That's our Savior. That's the one who we need to trust in. That's the one we need to seek after in this season. He is the one that gives us the downloads and to the things that we need. He's the one that knows the way that we should go. But some things you're going to have to keep to yourself. It's going to have to be a secret. Good morning, Natalie. It's going to have to be a secret. Some things you're going to have to keep close, Natalie. Some things you're going to have to keep close, Stephen. Some things you can't tell everybody. You're going to have to just let them see the manifestation, because the minute you go to start talking about it, they got a whole lot of questions, and then they got you questioning what God said. When you know what He said, He meant what He said. He said what He said, and He meant it. But by the time we got all these people talking and asking questions and trying to convince them of what God said, we're in a place of confusion. So sometimes, and I'm gonna let y'all get out of here. Sometimes, listen, we just can't tell nobody. Don't tell them. If God don't say it, don't say it. Just hold your peace, right? Hold what you got. So that is our Momentum Monday for today. Sometimes it's okay not to tell nobody. Elizabeth didn't tell anybody. Mary didn't tell anybody about their pregnancy, right? They didn't tell anybody for a certain amount of time. Why? Because they didn't need to hear all the naysayers and what everybody else had to say. God was being going to be faithful. And if it was going to get done, he was going to have to do it himself. Okay. So it's okay. It's okay. Why, girl, why you didn't tell me? I had to hold it. I had to walk it out. Right. So that is our Momentum Monday for today. I want you to remember this as you're going through your day. I can keep a secret. I am trustworthy. God can trust me with his secrets, right? So if you need to contact me, please go to www.thecassandrawilliams.com. I am a certified professional life and empowerment coach. I am your life tactician. I help you put feet to those dreams and visions that you have from God, that I help you get a detailed plan that you have the ability to walk out. Also, go over to YouTube. Season 2 will be coming out soon. Follow me on YouTube at Changing Lanes with Coach Williams, where we talk all things about making those adjustments, changing lanes. What happens after the miracle? What happens after the divorce? What happens when I just don't fit in, right? What do I do with that? I'm going to tell you about that this season, okay? So I love you all. I hope you have an amazing, amazing, amazing day. And I hope after this teaching that you feel empowered, you feel equipped for this week, and that you are ready to run, because you can start this week strong and end even stronger. I'll see you guys next Monday for another Momentum Monday. Be blessed, everyone. I will talk to you guys next week. Bye-bye.